Guys, it's Natalia. Welcome back to Glossy Confidential. I'm here today to do a first impressions review of the Ultra HD Foundation Stick. This has been raved about on the internet by Nikki Tutorials, a lot of other people as well, and also the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealers. Now these ones, both of these products are getting hyped up all over the internet. They were launched just yesterday in PM Studios here in Australia. They are the first store in the country to stock these two products. I'm not too sure when other people will be getting them, will be stocking them. I think Sephora sort of indicated 3 to 6 months when they'll be getting them, but PM Studios was the first one to get them and they arrived yesterday. I got a phone call from Tay saying they are in, they're going to be available today, so I literally ran down there and I picked them up. So let's apply it. I have moisturized my face. I'm just going to pull my hair back. I'm just going to read you what it says on the website about the Ultra HD Stick Foundation. It says, created for the very latest high-definition technologies of the film and TV industry, Ultra HD advanced formula looks invisible on the 4K camera and to the naked eye. Perfect for the makeup pros and for you. Ultra HD Stick Foundation feels like a second skin and provides medium to full coverage while looking flawless and natural. The creamy texture blends in seamlessly to conceal imperfections, perfect for touch-ups. The formulation glides on and makes skin look even-toned and moisturized with a soft satin finish, great for all types, even dry skins. Now I am getting very oily on my T-zone, like especially my nose is like my oil place, so my nose gets oily, but the rest of my face, I wouldn't say it gets oily at all. It might get a little bit dry. I'm more dry, dehydrated, flaky. So let me just pull my hair back. So do you remember back in the day, if you ever had a stick foundation, it was just very stiff. Napoleon does stick foundations and they are so dry, so thick, it's like just applying paint. It's really unflattering in my opinion. That was the old stick foundation back in the day, and I'm sure they still use that more for stage theatrical makeup. That's what they need to do, because they need to have the thick, for the lights and all kind of stage performance, you do need to have that really thick stage makeup. But that's basically what it was, and I see like Napoleon was selling that for the consumers for the everyday use, but in my opinion it was just still too thick for everyday use. That is stage makeup, and in reality, unless you've got a lot of stuff you really want to cover and you're happy with that really thick coverage, I was never happy with it because I sort of found that it was just too thick and cakey and just did not look nice on the skin at all. So this one is not supposed to be like that. It says it's a creamy texture, and when I was looking at it in the store yesterday, it is very creamy. It feels more like very emollient compared to the old stick foundations that I know. So this is in 153 equals Y405. My normal foundation is 128, which is Y415, and I got Y405. So let me just jump online and see if there's a shade a little bit darker. The color range with the stick foundation isn't as good as the liquid. I think there's only 15 shades of the stick foundation, so keep that in mind. So this one might be a little bit, I've got paint on my neck. This one might be a little bit light for me. In that case it might be more of my winter color, but let's give it a go. I'm going to prime. Let's prime. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever. I actually got the smoothing primer yesterday. I've normally been loving the mattifying primer, and I usually use that just on my nose and then use a different primer for the rest of my face. But I'm going to try this one today all over and see what this is like. I did notice in the store, I was going to get the hydrating one as well. I noticed in the store this one has got a matte finish, and it might also be like oil control like the mattifying one. So let's sort of see how that goes. Let's rub that in. Okay, so if you are like a makeup artist using these, obviously you'll get a spatula and scrape the product off for hygiene reasons. I'm going to go in with a beauty blender, I think. Let's see how that sort of blends out. The coverage is kind of very nice. I like it. I mean, it covers up quite a lot. Like you can see, it is definitely sort of more full. I feel like this is very pale on me. It is very yellow based. Don't know if this colour is going to be all that good for me. Let's see. Maybe I need to get like another shade a little bit darker and sort of mix it. So, okay, it is full coverage. It really is. The coverage there is amazing. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel heavy, and that to me is really important, because that's the reason why I didn't quite like the Napoleon one or other stick foundations. I feel like it blends in really, really nicely with the Beauty Blender. Like it doesn't, let me get a bit closer here. And I guess for me, it's just the colours a little bit light. Like I look at myself in the viewfinder, it's like, holy shit, I'm a ghost. So that is that. I'm going to go with the concealer. The shades I've got are Y41, and I pretty much got this one to sort of spot conceal if I need to, because these are so full coverage. And I've got Y35. So these are the sort of difference in the colours. That's Y41 and Y35. I'm going to use 35 to go under my eyes today because I do want it a little bit brighter. It's a bit, okay. You don't need much of this. Like I'm just getting it right into the inner corner there. Just be careful when getting this out because it's kind of have to squeeze it. I don't know if I prefer a doe foot applicator, to be honest, because it kind of squeeze it as it's coming out. If it gets too much, like you don't need much. I'm literally just dotting what is left on the outside of the tube there. I'm not really squeezing too much. So let's go in with the Beauty Blender again and just sort of blend that out. This concealer, I did play with the tester a few months ago when I went into PM Studios and they had the tester and still waiting for their stock. Amazing, amazing high pigmentation. So light and creamy. I mean, this one I think is going to give me a good run for my money with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. That one at the moment is my all-time favourite, but I think this one is going to be better. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. Let me just see up close what that's like. Just have a look what it says about the concealer. Ultra HD Concealer covers dark circles, unifies the eye contour and hides signs of fatigue. Certainly does that. Leaving a smooth, luminous, flawless finish. Allows you to colour correct with our undertone shades. So you've got the red one and the yellow one. Use the redder undertones to conceal dark circles because it's got that pinky base, salmon colour correcting sort of theory if you've got really dark blue circles. And I used the yellow one to brighten because I looked really tired. I didn't have so many bags, but I just needed that area to be brightened, and that certainly is brightened from what I can see. Anti-Dark Circle Complex with Radiance Booster stimulates collagen to refresh under eyes. The formula reflects light, add to a raised shadow, and fills and smooths fine lines and hyaluronic spheres, help hydrate skin. Do you know what it did that? That's cool. Exclusive 4K complex guarantees invisible, natural and comfortable makeup. This easy blend and long wearing formula eliminates the eye area for fresh look, medium coverage for all skin types. I mean, I'm really happy with how that's looking. I think it looks amazing. It's looking really natural on my skin. I am going to set it just because I would normally set it on a day-to-day basis, but I'm only going to just set it really, really lightly with a translucent powder. So I've got the NARS Loose Translucent. I just want to use this. This bastard is not going anywhere. So I'm just going to get some of that on my brush there and just go in and pat that under my eye. I think it says it's like crease proof anyway, but I just want it to, I mean, I feel like I need to sort of do my face as I would on a day-to-day basis. I would normally go over with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, but because I think it's going to be a little bit too dark, well, the powders are probably a bit darker than the foundation. I'm just going to go in with the translucent powder, the same one as I did with my normal, like under my eyes, and just very, very lightly just press that on just to see if we can set it. That is the foundation on. I mean, look, I really like it. It feels really natural. I just can't feel anything on my skin, and that's a really important thing for me. So I mean, I'm really loving that foundation so far. I feel like the concealer is really nice, so thin in consistency. I'm really going to look forward to comparing that one to the Naked Skin. I did do, like I said, I do have a feeling this one, if this one doesn't crease and last as long, this one will overtake it, because I like just the formulation of this one. It just seems that much thinner, but it also has the pigmentation in there to just cover everything up without adding too much product. So I'm really, really loving that. So this is, what time is it now? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. So I've just applied this. I'm going to come in and sort of check in throughout the day. I'm going to go do the rest of my face and sort of come back and do another update and let you know how I feel, and then I'll come back and report back, and then we'll report back at the end of the day and sort of see how it's worn throughout the day. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and I'll report back. Okay, so my makeup is now on. It's been, what time is it now? It's almost 11, so it's taken me about an hour just to get everything sort of done. And an hour in, and let's just do a bit of a checkup with the foundation. It feels really lightweight still, like it hasn't oxidized. It doesn't feel cakey. If anything, I feel like it may be sinking into this one line right here. But I don't know if you can really see it on camera or if that's just in my head, because that one line to me is a big concern. Well, it's not a concern for me, but that's one of those things that every time I do this, I feel like I need to get that filled. So to me, I can notice it. Apart from that, it still looks nice on the skin, like it hasn't caked up, gone patchy in any way. My nose is not, I don't know if it's the primer that's underneath it. My nose is a little bit shinier than normal. Maybe because I didn't use the mattifying primer, but you know, I can play around with that. But so far I'm loving it. The coverage is really nice. I feel like I've still got that really nice glow. It's not at all matte, which I really like because it just leaves my skin looking quite glowy as well. So yeah, I mean, so far I'm really liking it. I'm going to go out and get my nails done, run a few errands now, and then I'll be back when I get home to sort of check it out. I don't also feel like the concealer is creasing at all under there. No, it's not creasing where concealer creases, so that's good. I still feel awake, bright and everything, so I'm going to go and run my errands and I'll be back later on to check in. Hey guys, so I'm here for I want to say final check-in. I did do a check-in on Snapchat. I'm going to see if I can download those videos and insert it. It's now 7 o'clock at night, so I put this on at what, 10? So it's been on for 9 hours. I haven't touched it, I haven't powdered, I haven't done any touch-ups at all. I have noticed that my nose area in particular is quite oily. Again, as I mentioned in my check-in, I don't know if that's because I used a different primer. I didn't use my mattifying primer. I used the smoothing one, and that, well, it does have a matte finish. I don't know if it's specifically designed to hold the oil in place. So that to me isn't an issue because any foundation I wear would have an oily nose. So apart from the nose area, let me just do sort of an up close kind of feel like up here it is maybe breaking up a little bit again around my nose, but that's mainly because of the oil coming through my nose. Still pretty perfect over here. No under eye creasing from the concealer at all, so that's pretty good. But apart from that, like, the rest of it is pretty much exactly how it was this morning. If anything, as I said, there's a little bit of product breakup there. I'm getting a little bit oily. I don't know what they say that the foundation is long lasting. I'm not too sure what they consider to be long lasting, but you know, in my opinion, 8 hours is a pretty good effort for it to be still looking pretty flawless. In that time, I was also spent 2 hours in an indoor pool. So, and if you've been in an indoor pool, there is just so much heat, humidity, just temperature rising. So the fact that I can't feel anything on the skin has lasted 8 hours pretty well. I'm actually still getting compliments on my makeup. I was getting compliment on my makeup as I was leaving swimming, and that was after a good 7 hours. So I mean, it's holding up pretty well and I'm very, very impressed with it. So that's my review of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation, and as I said, I've got the colour 153 equals Y405. That is a little bit lighter than my liquid foundation, but I might play around with some colours and see if I can get a different one and use light and dark foundations in different areas of my face and see if that can sort of help blend it all in. But otherwise, this is probably more of my winter colour. And that concealer, fantastic. You do not need much of it, and it just doesn't crease. It stays all day, doesn't crease, brightens, conceals, everything you want from a concealer. So that is a huge thumbs up for these two products here from Makeup Forever. I got mine from PM Studios. As I mentioned at the beginning, PM Studios is the first retailer to actually stock these two products here in Australia. They are an online store. They ship around Australia, so if you want to get on, if you want to pick these up sooner than other stores, then get on their website. When I was there, they had like 30 or 40 orders come in within an hour of these going live on their site. So that's it for my review and first impressions of the HD Stick Foundation and the HD Concealer by Makeup Forever. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have any comments or questions, please leave in the comment bar down below. If you have any review requests, please also leave that in the comment bar down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos, and I will see you really soon. Bye!